Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Wanna Get Deep with Ruby J. I am so happy, I just want to say, for all the comments and support that I am receiving on literally just my second time posting on here on YouTube, and it means a lot because I genuinely want to be able to create a safe space where we can express ourselves and feel safe to, get guidance on our journey, as we reach our highest self and we reach our dreams and find our purpose on this earth. And that is probably my biggest thing is creating safety and peace. And I'm honestly just so happy based on the comments that I've seen that a lot of people are feeling very peaceful when they listen to this podcast. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it a lot. I am here today with Yellow, and it's representing raising our vibration. Okay, this is very connected to the solar plexus. And I'm going to link below some other things I did to basically connect to my solar plexus. Now, I would highly suggest if you do feel called to open your solar plexus, it is good for raising your confidence, raising your ambition, your connectedness, I'd say, to your inner power, and basically giving you full confidence to know that you can do anything that you truly want and to not care what anyone thinks, what anyone says. And that's just to create balance, if you are feeling called to balance your solar plexus, then I feel like this is for you. If this really connects with you and you're looking also to raise your confidence and basically to walk in your power. It's very important that we walk in our power, because when people walk in their power is when people create change. And I feel like basically raising the vibration in this world is so important with all the that is going on. It is so important. And as someone that has struggled with depression, anxiety, it is very important to raise your consciousness, and that will help you then realize how beautiful you are inside, and all the gifts and everything that you have to offer is so important, and the world needs you more than you ever know. So this conversation then leads to raising your vibration and why it's so important. And I want to share some tips and things that I do to raise my current vibration and to show up in my highest power as much as I can every day. And I do want to say that there are definitely some days that I'm not feeling A1, I'm not feeling my top best, and I do struggle, and that is okay. I am and still a human, in this human experience that we all are in. It is normal to have those days and have those moments when we are not feeling the best. We're not feeling A1. And that is okay. Like I said in my last episode, it is so important that we show and have compassion on this journey. It is so important and so needed. If we can have compassion within ourselves, we can have compassion for others and for our partner, our friends and family, and those other special people that are in our life. And that is so important because I think a lot of people deserve compassion. In fact, everyone deserves compassion, obviously, to an extent. And so I want to share one of the number one things that I do to raise my vibration. Sage. This is white sage. You can get this at a lot of crystal places nearby. If you search holistic businesses, I'm sure they can help you find sage to help cleanse your space and raise your vibration. And it's so important to have this, I believe, take everything with a grain of salt, but I truly believe having sage in your home is very important. For me, I like to sage every day. The reason why is because I'm around people constantly, all the time, and dealing with different energies and vibrations. And it's very important that I return home to myself. And how I use the sage, I'll sit down in the morning when I wake up and I do my morning meditation, or whether that's morning yoga. And I like to sit still, and I like to set an intention on what I'm looking to do with the sage. Let's set an intention for this very moment. If you are welcoming me to also sage and cleanse the energy within you and within me in this beautiful space that we are in currently. The intention is to create peace and clarity and protect our energy and protect our aura with this beautiful sage. I also do like to take a nice inhale when I am lighting the sage a little bit. Nothing crazy, just when I'm lighting it, like to just smell it smells so good to me, in my opinion. And if you genuinely don't like the smell of sage, there are other ways that you can cleanse your energy and your aura and create that inner peace within you. And I will share more about that maybe in another video about all the different ways that you can do that. But for now, I'm going to share my top one, and that is using this beautiful sage. So for me, saying that intention and sitting with it every day, creating a new intention, what I'm looking to do, it's always going to end with protecting my energy and protecting my aura. Another thing is calling in your power, calling back your power. And calling back your energy is so important. You can definitely do that with the power of sage. And I think just having your consciousness and being so aware of that is so important as well. The sage obviously is a tool that can help, but you also need to use yourself as a tool and be very conscious of what are you doing when it comes to protecting your own energy, especially when you are around people. Like I said, I'm around people all day, and not everyone is always conscious. There's times that we're unconscious, but when you are a mostly conscious person, and when you start doing this work, and when you start, keeping track and of all the thoughts that are coming through your head, and learning how to reprogram those thoughts and feelings and emotions that you have, and creating that awareness, when you have that high awareness within yourself, it's very important that when you are around people, around conversations, and being more of an observer than a responder and someone that reacts. And this is something that I'm also currently working on too. And that's the beautiful thing about this inner work and this journey, is this isn't like a race to the end. This is a journey. Life is a journey. And so don't see it as like once you learn this it's end, but it's one of those things where you will be triggered, you will be tested, but if you are conscious, then you will be able to, hey, this is one of those moments where I need to not respond, I need to not react. So I want to give an example on that. So for me, say I'm talking to someone and the conversation is them basically, in a way, trauma dumping, some deep information. And, I think people can tend to get to a point where, like, you get so invested with someone's story that you start to almost feel like you are living their story, or you are reliving the experience that they're talking to you about. And that is not a way to protect your energy. So if someone is telling you something negative that's going on in their life, or just saying anything that may be negative, or something just, like I said, trauma dumping, where it's not helping, or talking about others, those low vibrational conversations, and you'll start to realize once you start to listen, when you can just hold space for someone opposed to engaging in the conversation with them and going, oh my god, no way, like, I can't believe that happened, wait, what, she did what, he did what, no, and like that's like you're basically tapping into that energy field, and you need to protect your energy, because if you're here and they're here, you're basically, when you do that, you're lowering your vibration to that, and at this low vibration you can attract the things that you want in life. You can attract the dream reality that you want and you so deserve, 100% deserve. You have to keep your vibration here. You can hold space. So this and this, between here is where you can hold space for someone to talk to you, and if they need a vent. And maybe you're that friend that people go to when they just need someone to talk to because you're such a great listener. That's great. But you also need to be able to protect your energy and set boundaries. Gosh, I could really talk about this because it's so important. Holding space for someone opposed to being, in that experience and that moment with them where you're basically experiencing, like I said, what they're going through, is so important to differentiate the difference between protecting your energy and then keeping your vibration opposed to lowering your vibration. And basically you're puncturing a hole in your energy field in your beautiful, beautiful aura. And we can't afford to let that happen. Not when we are trying to manifest and create beautiful things and people and desires and so many things in our life. We have to keep our vibration high. Another thing I want to share is by what I consume through social media, and I'm sure you have heard this so many times, the doom scrolling. Yes, I have been very much a person that used to doom scroll. I want you to know that I have changed a lot. I would say about 6 months to a year ago, I would wake up, scroll on TikTok for hours. And if you are that person, I totally get it. It is all mostly just a distraction from life and distraction from doing the things that truly will get us where we want to be in life. And I totally get it. But doing all that scrolling is basically programming your subconscious mind in such a negative way. And opposed to, let's be honest, when you're on TikTok feed, there's some things you cannot control, what pop up on your feed and what you see, or what people say and opinions and things that come up that can cause a negative reaction or emotion in you, or cause you to think on a lower vibration, from people that are unconscious. And you have to be super aware of that. So for me is I have to literally set limits on my scrolling on the apps that I'm on. And if you have an iPhone, I can let you know that if you go to, I believe, screen time, if you go to your settings and search screen time, you are able to literally limit the time that you spend on your phone on certain apps. And I understand that we need our phone throughout the day. I'm not saying don't be on your phone. I'm saying being conscious and limiting the time that you are spending on social media, and be aware of what you are consuming. For me, I have a 5-minute scroll time each day that I can spend on TikTok, only 5 minutes. And there's a lot of days that at this point I don't even really touch TikTok, and if I do, it's very short and I hop off just because I get this reminder every day that I have 5 minutes on certain apps, whether that's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whatever it is. I have limits on it so that I can be very aware of how much I'm spending my time, peering into other people's lives and other people's energies. And doing that has helped me so much, create an inner peace within myself to help me manifest such a better, I'd say, reality for myself, and a mindset I have such a healthier mindset than what I did when I was wake up and doom scroll for hours. I get bored, doom scroll for hours before bed throughout the day. Just doom scrolling, I might get inspired by something here and there, but never take action. And so it's very important that we set those boundaries and we have self-discipline when it comes to protecting our energy, making sure you're conscious and aware, because that's where the true magic of growth, and that's when things start to happen in such a beautiful way for you. That's when the universe aligns with you. That's when you can literally have your mind be quiet and tune into your intuition, right here. I like to also just point to my heart because I'm such a person that is so driven by her heart and love. And it's so important to have that in your life. To be connected to your intuition is so important. And you can't be connected to your intuition if you're constantly listening to other people's opinions, ideas, and seeing all these different things on social media that are basically, you're basically training your mind to think like, others that may not be, the best role models, and you need to be very aware of that. Okay. And I'm going to keep doing this because I'm going to keep your mind thinking. So I said sage, and then also being more of an observer, less of a reactor and responder, and holding space for someone opposed to lowering your vibration and attaching yourself to their situation. And then social media, limiting your time in social media is so important. It's just so important to be aware of what you are consuming, because subconsciously your mind is taking in what it's seeing and what it's hearing, and it's putting that into the back of your mind, and that's also a way that you create even more limiting beliefs than you may have. So be very aware of that. Okay, so we talk about things we love while looking in the mirror. Gratitude is so important, but I feel like to get deeper into that gratitude, that love, that light, that spark, and you can tell when someone's super passionate about something, like it's just you're closer to your purpose. When you see that spark about something, like it's almost like it's a roadmap to your higher calling by the things that truly light you up. Please remember that. So I love making music. I love making music. To really tap into a vibration that helps alter my brain, I will get descriptive about every detail. Okay, I love making music. I love when I'm able to make music on the beach and every lyric flows so perfectly together and I hear the waves crashing. Just a sweet sound of Mother Earth. Feeling so connected. The sun is warm and it's sparkling right off the water with no clouds present and the beautiful sky. It's just a calm ocean breeze to cool you off. And let's go a little bit deeper into the process. How we get deeper is we get even more descriptive into, okay, so you love making music and you love the environment that you can make music in, and you start to imagine that environment, and that's exactly what I just gave you. Now, I want to get into the process that I love about making music to let you know how much I love this. I love when I'm looking for a beat and I run into one effortlessly that fits exactly the mood that I'm in. When lyrics flow right off my tongue before the beat finishes to the point I literally have to pause and start creating that song right then and there. That is like literally the best feeling ever, because it's like, okay, this beat is so meant for me. I'm meant to make this song right now. And you just know it's gonna just be the most beautiful, flowing song in that moment that really shows how you feel and can really present your emotion in that beautiful moment. And I think that's amazing. Now, if you're watching from the beginning and how I started with, if you can tell, I'm really smiling. This is so real. This is real. I'm smiling ear to ear, literally, because I just makes me so happy, because I really do love music. Just being able to get descriptive about the way something you love makes you feel, and if you can get descriptive so effortlessly with it, you already know that what you love is truly meant for you, and it's a big part of this beautiful journey that you are on, that I am on. I do want to kind of connect back to, I am very in touch and huge on feminine energy and how important it is to have that balance between the feminine and the masculine. Not talking about genders here. When you are doing that visualization and the feeling, and you really get yourself into that beautiful moment, the feminine is in touch with how things make them feel. So when you're in your feminine, you are in touch with how things make you feel. You know, like that's like things in love, at peace, sad, fearful, happy, ecstatic, passionate, angry, uneasy, and so on. That's true intuition and connecting to her body. So, like my last post, doing this is another way to create embodiment and to embody that dream reality that you are looking to create, that you so deserve. And I will tell you this every time: you deserve everything you desire. Everything. Don't let anyone ever tell you different. Don't let anyone's limiting beliefs limit you. Please remember that. Please remember that. You know, it's so important that we show up in this beautiful power that we have to share with the world, to inspire and really raise the vibration within ourselves and others. It's so important. I think that kind of gives you some really good ideas to take home and go work on to help raise your vibration. And I'm just so happy to be able to share that with you. So before we end this, I want to connect back to what I was saying in the beginning and do a recap. How to raise your vibration and create a protection on your energy aura. My first thing is saging every day and setting an intention with what you're looking to do for that day, what you feel like you need. It's very important. The second thing is not responding or reacting when interacting with others, so that you don't lower your vibration to reach and match theirs, but be more of a person that can hold space, whether that's listening, to protect our energy when we do that. And then how much social media we are consuming and what are we consuming, and bringing awareness. And by doing that, you can set time limits on apps, so that you are taking your time down spent on social media. And when you start timing your time in apps and you start to see how much you spend in scrolling, you might start to think, because if you are on a journey where you're like, I already feel like I'm late in the game and like I wish I would have known this earlier and I don't have all this time, then you should definitely check in with the time that you're spending on social media, so you could really get down to the root of what's taking up all your time if you are worried about the timing of this journey that you're on. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't be worried, as you are on this journey at such an amazing time, and I'm honestly so happy that you're here with me, and we got this. Lastly, practicing the mirror work with going deep into talking about things you love, getting descriptive, raising your vibration, helping you to connect to your higher self, connect to things that really are going to be a huge part of your journey on reaching your purpose and walking in your power. Gosh, I'm so happy to do this with you guys. Like, this honestly lights me up so much. Let's end with, once again, a beautiful affirmation that will really help us connect. I am walking in my power. I am undeniably getting everything I desire that reaches my highest purpose in this life by raising my vibration.